Tucker is getting crazier and crazier. He's doubling down on his insaneness. And he had this to say about Trump and Christians, which Christians are Trump's biggest part of his base. So here we go. Tucker is they are so desperate to turn everybody against Trump. It's insane.
Trump is hostile to traditional Christianity. And
this is, I mean, I already stopped it 2 seconds in. Listen, for Tucker to say that Trump's the most pro-Christian president of our modern history. He is openly endorsing Christianity. He just let a whole thing happen where we rededicated our nation to God on Washington, D.C. He endorsed it. He spoke at it. The man has called for prayer days. He has encouraged religion, say we need more of it back. He's encouraging traditional families. He's fighting against all the woke stuff, which is very anti-Christian, very satanic. And Tucker is now trying. I mean, dude, at least try, Tucker. At least like come up with something that maybe somebody could say, I'll think about that.
Very. Trump is mad at Christians for opposing abortion and mentions it a lot. A lot.
He mentions it a lot. He got Roe v. Wade overturned. Are you serious? Like, again, just try, man. This is crazy stuff.
In private, a lot. And he's very annoyed by it. And opposition to abortion annoys him a lot. He's mentioned to me like 30 times.
Then why did he appoint super conservative judges? That is crazy to me.
Vehemently oppose abortion, just to be clear. But I haven't argued with him about it. I just listened. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. It was Easter morning. We were going to go to services, and I just checked my phone, and I saw that. I couldn't. I was.
So he's telling us that Trump just texted him. I hate that they want to stop abortion. Are you serious right now? This stuff is crazy, guys. It's absolutely crazy. Trump believes in the supernatural, but does he believe in the Christian God? No. Trump is outright in front of everybody called Jesus the Son of God. You don't do that. Like Obama didn't do that. Biden ever said was, I'm a Catholic. He never said I'm a Christian. He never talked about faith. I know how that grift is pulled in politics, guys. I know how they like to pretend when they're not really it. And Trump has never shown that same tendency. Even when Trump was first running, before I think he really had a faith experience, because things really changed after he got shot in the ear. But even before he really had like a faith experience, he always valued Christians. He was raised in a Christian church. He always valued them. He always liked the traditional values. So for him to say this stuff is just insanity. And of course, Alex is out here like, yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't do the Alex voice right now, guys. Sorry, my voice is already dying. But Alex Jones out here parroting this stuff. I mean, you can just see it, guys, how they all work together. Remember, I've called it the nonstop podcast to stand faggot circle jerk. They just keep interviewing each other, keep sharing each other's stuff, just over and over again. That's what they do. And, we're going to talk about, so what Tucker and Alex have just gone off the deep end with this stuff. Candace Owens is back in the picture. I know I haven't talked about her in a couple of weeks, but it's time because she's ramping things up again. She must need viewers. She's now going after Charlie Kirk's parents. Says she's done with them being private. Heard a lot of this from Candace fans lately. They're running out of targets. They've smeared everyone. They've exhausted all the conspiracies, which is why Candace has resorted to exploding microphone nonsense. So, anyways, you see here, super chat on her show. I'm done with Charlie's parents being private. I'm a mom of two. If either one was murdered like Charlie, this mama bear would not shut up or stop till I got answers. They've been warned. I mean, Candace, man, she might be the devil. She came out. And we're about to get her and Sean Ryan, the circle jerk phagosphere. Now on Sean Ryan's podcast, episode to be dropped soon. But of course they're hanging out because that's what they do. It's just every single one of them all the time. Jump in and out of each other's good graces, back and forth. Here we go. That's what we do. Candace Owens, they got a new one. They're starting to boost. It's interesting because they haven't had a new face in a while. So Ian Carroll wants to give a king his flowers. Barron started his podcast less than a year ago, and today he's one of the best and top podcasts on the internet. I don't know who this Barron guy is, and so I had to look him up. But he's being very pushed now and by Candace Owens as well. Baron Coleman. So guys, keep your eyes out for this Baron Coleman because he's the latest to join the phagosphere. I don't know why they decided to bring him in, but he's definitely the new one. So keep your eyes open. But Candace says, 1,000,000% agree. I'll tell my kids I knew and when. Consistently great content, hilarious crash outs when I openly pirate for my own show. They're not done. Why do they need a new face? Because they're starting to get tuned out. City of London, man, they need more people out there. They need them parroting all these conspiracies. So they're going to keep bringing more people in. And is it me? This is Baron Coleman. Is it me or is Candace Owens her prime? I've watched her opening 90 seconds about 13 times today on her pregos. 13 times, really. Isn't it hilarious, this whole grift they pull, man? It's so crazy. So crazy. He's so watch out for this. Keep an eye on more, but they're definitely building him up. And I think part of the reason why is they keep doing all their own shows with each other. Candace goes on Sean. She talks to Tucker. Alex has Tucker on. Tucker goes to has Ian Carroll on. They talk to Nick Fuentes. They all just keep jumping around. They're like, we need some more. Too many people. So this to me is just a sign of desperation. They just get more people out there because the narratives aren't holding anymore. Trump's winning too much. When you keep winning this much, despite their full-on attack, they're struggling. They're struggling to get grasped. Now, let's focus on the real grifters, though. And those are real grifters, but the major grifters. And I just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff going on with the Democrats because they've been getting reamed in these hearings lately, the Senate hearings and House hearings, including Ro Khanna calling out Michael Lucci to denaturalize 1.5 million Chinese. Listen to this.
Mr. Lucci, a few months ago, you tweeted out, quote, 2 Chinese Americans accused of attempted bombing at MacDill Air Force Base gained U.S. citizenship via birthright. They are not loyal to the USA. There are 1,500,000 more, quote, Chinese Americans essentially born in Saipan, which is a U.S. territory, and raised in communist China. Denaturalize them all. I'd like to offer you an opportunity to correct the record for such a bigoted and xenophobic statement. Do you believe millions of Chinese Americans who gained citizenship through birthright should be denaturalized, or are you simply a racist?
Congressman, what I'm referring to are Chinese folks who are just born in a U.S. territory and then go immediately back to China. They live their whole life in China. The estimate of 1.5 million comes from a book that came out.
I'm just asking you a simple question. Do you believe these people should be denaturalized? It's U.S. law that anyone born in a U.S. territory is an American citizen. Do you believe that 1.5 million should be denaturalized?
I think that if they're loyal to the Chinese Communist Party.
I'm not asking that. I'm saying they're born here. Do you think they should be denaturalized? 1.5 million.
Congressman, I understand under the current laws that they have citizenship.
And you think that should be changed?
I think that if they have practically zero nexus to the United States of America other than they were born in a territory, I think it's worth considering that, yes.
Do you believe Chinese Americans are more disloyal than other Americans?
Congressman, there are 7 Chinese Americans who live in my household. I do not think that they are more disloyal than other
So you just think that they should be denaturalized even if they were born here?
So there are 2 types of issue we're talking about here. There are folks who are born here, they're just raised here. They're Americans like you and I. It's a very different thing when you have folks, my understanding is about 50,000 per year, are just born in a territory. They're there for a couple weeks.
So Ro Khanna keeps this going back and forth, and he proudly proclaims, I called him out for his racism, to which Lucci replied, instead of discussing policy, accuse me of anti-Chinese racism. My wife is Chinese and my 4 children are half Chinese. Are you kidding me? These people are embarrassing. How could he not know that before he called this out? That's insane. Married to a Chinese woman, call him racist. This happens all the time, though. This happens all the time. This is Mark Wayne Mullen. Quick exchange with this woman.
Okay, so are you going to commit to complying with the required reporting requirement?
Ma'am, we were shut down for 115 days under this department. So I don't know what we just now reopened. So I don't know what reports you're wanting us to do when you weren't willing to fund us. You want the reports, but you don't want to fund us? That makes no sense.
Here. Okay.
The secretary's belligerent. You can't get them the stuff if you're closed. These people, man, they're ridiculous. But here is my favorite. Look at this. Well, first, let's go back here. Mark Wayne Mullen pissed off one other person. And then we got the purple-haired Delario.
3,900 children were separated from their families.
450,000 kids were lost during the Biden administration.
Secretary,
you didn't say a word
Mr.
about
Secretary, do not interrupt.
Don't you point your finger at me. Don't
I
be
will
a hypocrite.
point my finger
Don't you be a hypocrite
you.
then you be as you should be as upset about the 450,000 kids that were lost. You didn't say a word about it. For 4 years, you never said a word.
Mr. Secretary.
Could you put him in his place for
Don't yell at me.
You should
I'm
be
the
put in
good
your
guy.
place.
I love it so much. Here's my favorite. Brandon Gill calling out this lady for using Snap on soda. And just watch how these people just, again, the grifters, I'm always calling them out. Podcast is San Faga, but it's important to remember the biggest grifters are still those who are in the Democratic Party and supporting Democratic policies. They're always the biggest grifters. And this is one of the most brilliant exchanges I've seen highlighting this in a while.
Should SNAP dollars be spent on sodas?
The purpose of the SNAPS program is to provide families to have food and beverages.
Should it be spent on sugary sodas?
I am happy to talk about hunger and nutrition, but not dictate what Americans should or should not eat or may have access to.
I'm asking if tax dollars should be used to pay for sodas.
Taxpayers' money should be utilized to ensure that individuals have access to the food that they need to survive or may be accessible to them.
Do they need sugary sodas to survive?
Some of them do, who do have low blood issues, who may
Is that
have,
right?
who have kidney issues.
You think they need Coca-Cola to survive? Do you think that's the most appropriate use of our tax dollars?
I am not a physician, but medical records and expertise
You were
do show
just
that
citing
in some
the
circumstances
health
they
needs,
do.
apparently, of the American people. So do the American people need Coca-Cola to survive?
I did not say that. I said then.
I'm asking you. I'm giving you the opportunity to say yes or no.
I will not answer for individuals and their choices.
You think that there are some Americans who need Coca-Cola to survive? Is that your testimony?
I am happy to talk about the food and nutrition
You just don't
needs
know.
that individuals have.
You just don't know. I think most people can rationally say that you don't need Coca-Cola to survive. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree that we have a hunger crisis and that we need to address it by ensuring that individuals have the food resource that they need.
Got it. And one of those is sugary Coca-Cola. What does SNAP stand for?
It's the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
What's nutritional about Coca-Cola?
I am not a nutritionist. I am a food security expert in ensuring that individuals have the food resources that they need.
Unbelievable.
This is a common sense question. All of these have been common sense questions. I'm just asking you, is there nutritional value to sugary sodas? It's a yes or no question.
See how she knows. She knows she can't answer though.
I am not an expert. I would have to look at the dietary guidelines.
You're not an
and look at everything.
expert. I don't think that there's nutritional value to sugary sodas. I think most people in this room would agree with that assessment. But you have no opinion?
I'm here to talk about the food needs and the hunger crisis that individuals here in America are facing.
Are you that ideologically dug in that you want our tax dollars paying for sugary sodas, that you will not, in a straightforward way, admit that sugary sodas are not healthful for the American people?
I think that focusing on soda when people are going hungry.
We spend a lot of our tax dollars are spent on soda. That's why I'm asking about it.
We have
and you appear to be so ideologically dug in that you won't answer a simple question that's not an appropriate use of our tax dollars, and that does not, in fact, make the American people more healthy.
I won't answer because there's no data sort of proving that.
Do you need data to determine whether drinking soda is healthy?
I think
I'm sorry, it's a serious question. Is there some, do you believe that perhaps drinking sodas every day is healthy?
The worst health outcome is hunger. When the individuals don't have the resources.
Do you satiate hunger with Coca-Cola?
I did not say that.
But you said that the worst health outcome is hunger, and I'm asking you about sugary sodas.
And I'm focusing on the nutrition needs and making sure that children have the resources.
Is your organization funded by soft drink makers?
I am not in charge of development, but no.
Oh. It's not, okay. Is your organization funded by organizations that make money from food stamps?
Oh.
Do organizations who profit off of food stamps fund your organization or businesses?
I mean, I can't comment to that. Happy to talk about the resources that need it.
Does General Mills fund your organization?
I don't have access to that information.
I do, it's right here. They do fund your organization. Do they profit off of food stamps?
Retailers are the major beneficiaries.
Do you think that that's a conflict of interest?
That's where EBT dollars are utilized.
Yes, and they're profiting off of your advocacy. Do you think that that's a conflict of interest? I think most people think that's a conflict of interest. I know you don't want to answer.
Man, that's why I had to do that whole clip, guys. It was fantastic. Listen, these are the people who Democrats have put in charge of certain things all over the place to make our decisions for us, to keep the government growing. They are stupid. They are ideologically bound. They have no critical thinking skills. All they care about is the message, getting it across. This is why they are the greatest grifters in the world. And it's we are weeding them out. It's going to happen. It's going to take time. They are widespread. They are in every level of government. They are in every level of corporate America, Hollywood, you name it. But the internet, X, being in charge with President Trump is exposing them more every single day. And it's why we no longer consider these people serious people. We are eradicating them, and we're eradicating these guys like Tucker with his great big lies. And we're going to keep calling it out because not only is it fun and funny, but it's important because these people, we got to show everybody who they are. Because I get told all the time, ignore it. Don't give them power. Ignoring them that gives them more power because then the people who listen to them don't know the counter. Most people are never going to watch this. They're never going to watch a Senate hearing on C-SPAN. But I'll find it. We'll get it out there. And more people are doing that. The grifters, my friend, are losing. Come on in, losers. We're going losing. That's what they're doing. And it's beautiful to watch. And we can laugh while we watch it. It's a good time.